Oh, howdy doody, old friends. Welcome to another riveting edition of Afterburner. My name is Ryan Pinder alongside Mike Gould. Michael, how are you doing today?
You add an O every time you say that.
Is your seat all the way down? All I see is your computer on your screen. You're into my shot here. Well, Rhett doesn't use computers, nor a pen or paper.
Be
more like Rhett.
Rhett is a Luddite.
That is correct. He is
famously known for not embracing the inevitable.
I thought it was someone that was not savvy with technology.
It's both.
Yeah. Okay. Grandparents are Luddites. Rhett's a Luddite too. Yeah, if you're like, hey, Rhett, can you put together this computer? You're like, no.
He's something.
Let's get to the players that are on the team now. More from Rhett tomorrow. We'll have some whiteboards for sure in the first half of this contest. The Calgary Flames fall 4-3 to the Detroit Red Wings, which sounded like a close game, except that it really wasn't for most of the game until the Flames mounted a furious rally in the third. Reminder, this program brought to you by our great friends at Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get in the game, use the code NATION. Also, you can join the program if you're watching live on YouTube. You know what a super chat is. Throw a comment in there, attach a monetary donation to the Youth Centers of Calgary. We'll get the money to them, and your comment will get read on Afterburner. Your way to participate. Weird one, because it felt like blowout land is where we were going to spend Afterburner, and then all of a sudden it was like, man, shot away, empty net looking to tie the game. And I suppose we can get into the conversation of, is it wagging the finger at Detroit for falling asleep? Is it hurrah, the Flames for never quitting? Usually when you all offer solutions later and answered like that, it's a bit of both.
Yeah, sort of the hockey equivalent of doing your homework the night before, or right as homeroom period is happening. It was very much a last-ditch effort by the Flames. It was precipitated by some decent stuff. They played maybe a little bit harder, but we were saying it during the game. Score effects.
Yeah, when a team gets up 4-0, if you're not familiar with score effects, what tends to happen that people who study the game and collect data from the game is that the team that's way behind
foot off the gas
tends to get a lot more chances.
On the gas.
They're working hard. The team ahead's just content to chip to corners and stop putting pucks to net. And, hey, we got a 4-goal lead. This is going to be fine. And this kind of played like the prevent defense in the NFL. It didn't prevent much for the Wings as the Flames came storming back in the third period to make this a contest. It was the season debut for Hunter Brzustewicz. It is the second game in his NHL career. The first one that actually mattered because last year the LA Kings had nothing to play for. They could not change their seeding. It was a meaningless game for them. And for the Flames, it could have been a meaningful game if not for a result that they got earlier. And yeah, go out and play. But this is the first meaningful game in the NHL career of Hunter Brzustewicz.
Well, here's one for you, Pinder.
Okay.
Brzustewicz second last among Flames defensemen tonight in time on ice at 5-on-5. Hanley actually played quite a bit less.
So he's your number 5 tonight.
Number 5 tonight. Here's one for you. Okay, so let's compare Brzustewicz 15:46 of ice time to Ball 16:12 of ice time. Again,
whoa, that's way closer.
Again, that's only at 5-on-5.
Right. Okay,
but still, here's something for you. Kevin Ball, shot attempts for both teams with Kevin Ball on the ice in those 16 minutes, 23-17 Calgary.
Okay.
For Brzustewicz in that 15:46 on the ice, 25-3.
Yeah, I know after 40, he was in really good shape. They're a little misleading because of how many chances were meaningless for the Calgary Flames, but the defensive side's very impressive. To allow just 5 shots at even strength over 15 minutes of ice time. Yeah, it didn't look like, oh, shoot, the injury bugs got us. Here's Brennan Evans or some other AHLer that shouldn't be here. This is a young player getting better. It's a guy that we think will be a good NHLer, and he looked the part tonight.
He showed me no reason why he should come out in the next game. He looked fine. He looked great. I thought he looked very poised with the puck. It was funny because his last 3-4 weeks in the American League have been a little spotty in terms of the point production, but from what we've all heard and from what we've been told, and factoring in that the Wranglers have been on the road basically until last night for 3 weeks, the specifics of his game have just kept getting better. And so it's really exciting. He's a fantastic young right shot defenseman, and couldn't be coming at a better time when you have so much in flux with the veterans on the team.
52 minutes into this contest, it looked like a sleeper, a rout. that is when things change. Let's start to roll through some of the highlights tonight. It was a shorthanded opportunity for the Calgary Flames that seemed to swing momentum in their favor at the 8:02 mark of the third period. Roll it, Jack. It's the first goal.
I heard somebody describe it as an incredibly creative and unique move.
I did not hear that.
We're not going to point any fingers.
No.
It was a nice little shorthanded play. That line, the Farabee Kadri Sharangovich line started the game -2 very quickly. Of course, this was a shorthanded chance, but the two wingers on that line were out there to precipitate it. It was a nice little stand-up play at the blue line.
Probably with the shorthanded goal.
Well, no, I'm saying in the play that precipitated it, they were both out there. Was Farabee
one defenseman and 3 forwards on the penalty kill?
No, it was Farabee and Yegor. Those are the two forwards out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go. So they both played a part in that and got a good little stretch play for Farabee, and then just sort of no meat and potatoes type shot on the penalty shot, and that's his 8th of the year. I see Joel Farabee has 8 goals.
Well, and it feels like he could have had 8 in the first 10 games and couldn't buy one.
That's right.
He has been a snake-bitten guy, but he's I asked you this question before we got on air. If Calgary Flames have too many wingers, fact.
True.
Like they're missing Marty Pospisil to injury. We don't know if there's a timeline, but he very well could have been healthy if not for getting clunked in the preseason, whatever it was. We've seen Sam Honzik get injured.
That's right.
He's gone. You've seen Matt Gridden look the part, but getting seasoning in the A until a spot opens in the top 9. They add Beecher, which theoretically, pushes one of these faux centers like Zary or Sharangovich. They got too many wingers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a Honzik healthy and you had a Pospisil healthy, where are you putting all these guys? Remember the palm ringing about Zary in the press box and Yegor's eating popcorn. There's 2 injuries now, but if they were healthy and you want to get Gridden some time in the spring, how do you open a winger spot? So I asked you, is Joel Farabee a neutral asset, i.e. someone worth the salary than paid or the contract that he's on, which is what, 5 and change with 2 years left of term.
5 on the dot.
5 on the dot
until
with
28. It's an interesting question, and because the Flames, in theory, when fully healthy, have 10, I think, guys who you want to have in the top 9. I don't know if Marty Pospisil is a guy who you have to have in the top 9 when he's healthy, but I think you want Honzik there when he's healthy.
So there's Honzik for sure,
and then Gridden coming. So to me, I mean, I look at it from a standpoint of I think the Flames are eventually going to make a move to address their left side on defense. Going back to in the summer when they had, the interest in Bo Byram and they have Yan Kuznetsov, who they're really happy with. That pairing with Uyghur's sort of deteriorated a little bit over the last few weeks, but I do think I think there's an opportunity for them, whether it's Farabee or with Zary or whomever, to sort of turn that surplus into something else, or maybe it's picks. I don't know, but I mean that's that's what I would do. But in any event, I could see them sort of saying, well, our left side, we don't really have a whole lot of upside on that side of our defense.
And so the question is,
I do think
buying sees Joel Farabee in the season he's having and says, oh, okay, this guy can help us. What's he make? How much is left? Am I giving up assets to get him? Is it a token late pick because of the salary? Is this do you have to take a bad contract back? That's sort of more the gist of it, whether they want a certain type of asset back or not.
I think if there was one fewer year and you took the money down to maybe 3.5, you'd be doing quite well in the trade for Joel Farabee. I think that's probably what will happen. I think with a number of the guys on the roster, they're going to keep playing them the way that they have been, with the top 9 oriented the way that it is, which seems to be putting guys in more of a position to succeed across the board. I mean,
so with 2 years left, not with the hypothetical 1, would you retain salary?
Sure. I mean,
you get 3 retention slots. One's being used by Markstrom. This is the last year of it. So next year you'd end the year with 1 year left. You might have something on Coleman or Kadri that probably needs retention.
Yeah,
you could theoretically have all 3 retention slots full for next year,
which is fine. In my opinion, I don't think they're doing a whole lot of selling, going forward. Consistently to the point where they're looking at 3 guys every single year.
You'd have Frost in the last year of his deal. That would
I don't think you need to retain on that.
Well, I'm not saying you need to. It's just, again, it's sort of how do you spice up the deal and get more? And again, this is an organization that loathes to retain money. It's happened very sparingly.
Yeah, true.
And they seem to want a lot in exchange for doing it, which really hasn't matched the market rates the last little bit. So it might be it's something that we like talking about that's not really there in practice, but
I think
he's been good, I guess, as a very roundabout way of getting back to the Joel Farabee goal.
Yeah, I think Farabee will be a going concern at some point, more than 12 months from now. I think the two guys to me who are, maybe going to factor into trade talks a little bit quicker are Coleman and Zary. Those are two guys who I think will be more pressing.
Coleman makes sense. 2 years left on his deal, or 1 year after this one.
Yeah.
The money's very reasonable at 4.9.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that's got Stanley Cup winning pedigree. He looks like a perfect checking third liner on a Stanley Cup team because he's been that twice. With the Tampa Bay Lightning, you saw the ransom that Seattle extracted from Tampa for Yanni Gourde and Bjorkstrom, I believe.
That's right.
If the Flames could pull a deal like that, I think that would be very good for them long term.
I think they just want Hanzik in that Zary spot. And I think
so. Why Zary is what I was getting to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's young enough that I think there would be a team that would be looking to extract some sort of surplus value that the Flames haven't been able to get.
And he's just sort of stacked up here.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be 24 soon. We're getting into Lucas Reichel territory here. And
you've gone from prospect to project when you get to that age.
It's getting to Mark Jankowski stuff for me, and a good player who you like to have. But I think there are so many other guys who are locked in for more or who are outperforming. I mean, he's got 6 points.
Jack, you're a big Zary guy. Does that hurt your heart? Mike trying to put Zary on the block?
Hell yeah. Don't trade Zary.
So what is Connor Zary the more you watch him, Jack?
He's having a tough year, but like his first couple years with the Flames, he was the most exciting player on the ice at times. And as a fan, you don't agree, Mike?
I think he was good. Yeah,
he had good flashes.
He had good flashes.
And he's young.
He was a guy that I wanted to watch.
I've been a Connor Zary fan. I liked him in the American League. I was an advocate of his. There were good lines that Connor Zary was on down there. There have been good lines that he's been on up here.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there are certain guys who you can't trade. You can't trade Huberdeau and you can't trade. Just don't make sense at this point.
Yeah.
I think there are possibilities with both of those guys that they get to the point where you can trade them. I think with Zary, maybe optimistic. I think, but I think with Zary, there's maybe an opportunity if you're looking at the right partner. And I keep going back to Bo Byram, but it's not as a player who I would necessarily covet, but I just see that the pieces just falling into place. If that's something that the Flames want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a conversation that's a long-term.
It is. It's December 10th.
Let's get to the next goal of the game, 4-1. It was like, okay, well, at least they didn't get shut out. But all of a sudden, not long later, in fact, 1 minute and 5 seconds later, the Flames with another. Matt Coronado reaching 10 goals on the season. It's a 3.
That was very strange.
Is that on purpose? That was a move?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just trying to change it up. No, but it was funny. And then, the Flames just with numbers the other way. And, it's a beautiful pass by Kadri. First time, there's a first time for everything. And I just couldn't resist. It's a Scrooge move for me. No, I'm just kidding, Nazem. You're a very skilled player, and that was a perfectly placed pass. And Matty Coronado just snipes it home.
4-2. You've got a retention now. It's like 1 goal, and the Red Wings are just going to pucker right up. So let's get to the 14:40 mark, just outside of 5 minutes left on the scoreboard when they do it again. This time, the D-men getting involved on the scoring as the Flames pull within 1.
You know what? It's this line. This line works really well, and I think they all sort of have an understanding of where to go. Maybe in the first period they were a little bit out of sorts with Nazem Kadri in the neutral zone as the center on that second Detroit goal, but they seem to get it sorted out, and they have really established roles. They got Farabee mucking it up down low. Kadri's the main play driver, a passer on either flank, and Igor just sort of stands in the middle, and it's worked really well.
Yeah, fair enough. That would be it for the Calgary Flames. They'd press late. Detroit would miss what looked like an easy layup empty netter after they beat out an icing call. And the time ran down to 0s. 4-3 your final. The Detroit Red Wings beat the Calgary Flames. Do you have the updated standings?
I do.
With the loss.
You read my mind. I was about to say.
With the loss, the Calgary Flames don't gain points, but in the points percentage land,
they fall. That's the thing. The Flames were 7-2-1 in their last 10 entering tonight's game. No longer. Wouldn't you know it, Pinder, for all the hysteria about them getting out of
blowing it. They're going to make the playoffs again. They're going to pick 15th.
They are now back in 31st in the National Hockey League by points percentage. They have a .438, which is only 21 points up on the Vancouver Canucks. In layman's terms, they have 28 points in 32 games. They've played the most games in the National Hockey League. They are 2 points up on the Nashville Predators in 31st with 3 more games played.
3 games in hand. Go, Preds, go.
And the Canucks, 2 games back and 3 points back of the Calgary Flames. So
Canucks becoming an issue.
That's the thing.
Need Demko healthy. Though.
That's the thing. That team is.
Games to them early.
I think if the Canucks trade Hughes early enough, they might actually sort of have a dead cat bounce. But well, you trade him.
Why would they get a dead cat bounce? He's playing half an hour.
The weight gets lifted off their shoulders.
What weight? It's a half hour more ice for other people to play.
I don't know. It's just such a disaster there.
Knowing Vancouver, they'll try to turn him into current assets.
That's the thing.
Futures.
Yeah, remember when they traded JT Miller for Marcus Pettersson?
First and immediately turned him into Pettersson.
That would have been a good first too.
I might want to hold on to that one.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, so that is your final 4-3. Let us remind you, we've got some great partners with us here on Afterburner. Derek Newman with the Derek Newman Group and CIR Realty. Buying or selling, let Derek do the work for you. You can email him, dnewman@cirrealty.ca. That is dnewman@cirrealty.ca. Or call him, 403-619-6661. Website, dereknewmangroup.com. And Derek is known for being a man of the people, great relationships, huge network, and being in the know is important when it comes to real estate. You might find a house that's not on the market yet. You certainly catch wind of things before they maybe get to other people's antennas. And more than that, you want to work with someone you trust and you know is great with people, and that's Derek Deed. Well, so, buying or selling, Nazem or Blake? Yeah. Maybe they're buying. Maybe, hey, extend these guys. Let's go.
I've been telling the people, go into the contacts app, set that contacts card, 403-619-6661. It's like adding a friend.
You know what? I bet you if you texted Derek tonight and you were just like, man, that comeback was so close.
He'd have words.
He wouldn't be like buying or selling.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah, I know. I don't know how to feel about this. I really want them to get a good player, but I want to see the playoffs again in the Saddledome.
Yeah.
He'll talk Flames with you.
Nuance.
If you're interested in buying or selling your home in the greater Calgary area, give him a call. Again, 403-619-6661. Let Derek put his network to work for you. We talked about the Brustevich debut of the season, kind of calling it a real debut. I don't know how to feel about game 82 last year. It didn't
sort of a meaningless,
nothing of value, but
game.
It certainly was a game between NHL teams and NHL rank. And did the lap, you get the jersey, so it's not nothing. We've talked about the score effects and the comeback. Credit the Flames for not giving up. Shame on the Red Wings for seemingly taking their foot off the gas. Probably a bit of both at play there.
Yep.
And I did want to ask you your thoughts on Devin Cooley, because he was on I want to say 5-start heater or so, and people had the goalie controversy. I do think he's around sort of 10 to 12 career starts in the NHL, and a very, very small sample of 5 or 6 excellent games is wonderful. Ride the hot hand. But I don't know, A, how much you put on the loss on him tonight, or B, where we're at on Cooley. It's not as if the rose is off the bloom, but he's certainly not as dialed in as he was for that insane stretch that included a bunch on that road trip through the old Southeast Division.
Yeah, it's funny. There were folks during the game saying, "Oh yeah, well that's a tough one," and the whole thing with Devin Cooley earlier in the season,
stopping the tough.
He was stopping the tough ones, and so that's where you get into talk about the goaltending controversy. Well, that's the whole thing. That was the whole back and forth, is that he was stopping the tough ones and Wolf wasn't really stopping the tough ones, and now it's kind of flip flopped a little bit. So, I mean, end of the day, it's 27 shots on goal, 23 saves. That's an 852.
I am reading the comments. Jack, can we find this? Rose is off the bloom, lol. I think I mean the bloom is off the rose.
Oh, Corey.
That's what we call a redism, folks.
That's
anytime you can get lightning in a bucket.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's when you cut your teeth.
That's right. Oh, that's
actually the real.
That's a real.
That's
one,
how you get your teeth wet.
That's right.
Confusing.
That's That's how you.
The greats make it look easy, Mike. That's what Boomer always says.
That's how you buy a car at Derek Newman.
It's very confusing.
Oh,
let's get to indeed our car partner for Afterburner. Your good friends at Platinum Mitsubishi. They bring the road ahead. We talk about it, family owned and operated by lifelong Calgarians. And you got to tell me about this Outlander PHEV.
It's a good car. It's the 2025s, still available up at Platinum Mitsubishi. There's really excellent offers on right now. You can take advantage of up to $10,000. 10,000. That's a not insignificant.
That's a large number.
That's basically like what an NHL player makes for one game. Maybe a little bit more.
Like league minimum?
League minimum. That's what Adam Klapka's getting. $10,000 in savings. And 0% available, 0% financing available on select models. Outlander PHEV included, 61 kilometers of all electric range on that bad boy. 7 seats. It's Canada's best-selling plug-in hybrid SUV.
So everyone knows that watches the main show. I'm a huge car nerd.
That's right.
What does the P stand for in PHEV?
Plug-in.
And what does the H stand for?
Hybrid.
And the U is?
There's no U.
The E is?
There you go. It's electric.
That was the trick. You
passed the test. That's right.
The
U is the second letter in Outlander, and V is vehicle.
Yeah. Vehicle.
Vehicle. Yeah. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. That's right.
Learn things every day.
That's right. And hey, on that road ahead.
Yes.
If Hunter Brstevich stays in the lineup, it's going to be a bit of deja brew, because the next game is an 8 p.m. Mountain start in Los Angeles. Just like his first NHL game. Oh, I wasn't even planning that. That just came to me. I thought it was all right. See, it's a road game in Los Angeles, but it's actually a meaningful game for the Calgary Flames coming up this Saturday. And you know what? I won't be on Warmies or Afterburner for that game. It's going to be a rare night off.
Thanks for that, Mike. I really wanted to broadcast from a hotel in Edmonton at my kids' hockey tournaments.
Thanks for the assist. There's quite a brouhaha in the chat, isn't that right? At Matt C.
As Jack Michael says, the pleasure is all mine.
The pleasure is all ours. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pulsating action. I'd see Jack when we're up there. He's a good boy.
Okay.
I want to just wait. Like we talked about Brstevich. There was a few puck touches I didn't love. He kind of gave one away on a D-to-D pass. There's some fumbles. I don't know if that's nerves, if that's a young guy not settling in, or if that's just a puck bouncing on a guy that you see to happen to everyone in the league. I overall really liked this game, but there were moments you're like, that was so close to a play. But I don't think there's any reason to take him out.
I think they'll keep him in.
The one challenge that I think they have is I think they've really liked Braden Pahal, less so this year for whatever reason. But Jake Bean's not in the mix anymore with a weird undisclosed ailment, sort of on this loose week-to-weekish time frame, it sounds like. And obviously Hanley's their best option on the left side of the third pair.
Yeah.
Even if Bean was healthy, I feel that way. So is it Brstevich versus Pahal? I guess. And you're certainly getting more puck moving skill with Brstevich. You've got more toughness and grit with Pahal.
Yeah. To me, the whole situation gives me the vibe of a joint collective decision to maybe give this guy a stretch of games. Mm-hmm. And that seems to be the way that the Flames have kind of approached these sorts of things.
Unless you're Sam Morton,
unless you're Sam Morton, good Lord.
Or Roy Cairns.
Yeah, true.
But no, this is different. This is a young player that's highly touted, that is absolutely a prospect, that would be one of their top-rated prospects by, whoever's grading prospects.
Indubitably.
Nerds or other scouts.
Except for elite prospects, but we'll get to that.
Okay. We're not fans of the Brstevich.
They had him at 9th among all Flames prospects.
That's too low.
That's 9th. That's crazy.
9. And so the road ahead will take Brstevich to familiar territory.
Right.
His debut was made game 82 last year in Los Angeles. Following LA, another California date for the Flames.
That's right. So the Flames in LA, and then 3 days later they'll be in San Jose to take on the Sharks. The Sharks sort of on the cusp of a Western Conference wildcard spot, although nobody's really locking those things down right now. Utah lost again tonight.
Yeah, if you're Colorado or Dallas, you can feel good. Everyone else, it's like,
jeez Louise.
You're a 3-game losing skid from being out, and you're a 3-game winning streak from being.
I truly don't remember the last time I saw a conference this bad.
Well, and the East is even worse right now. So
it's just a weird league. It's a weird league. Yeah, the Sharks are 14-3, and that is
500's impressive.
That is somehow good enough to be 1 point out of the playoffs in the West.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So Sharks next. And then a team that is in action tonight. The Flames will come home on the 18th of December and take on the Seattle Kraken, another team that is sort of on the cusp. They're 11-10-6. What an ugly
Had a good
record.
start, though, and they've been real rough.
They've lost 5 straight in regulation.
Yeah.
They're tied 1-1 with the Kings right now at the Pledge in Seattle.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Jared McCann, he's got 5 goals this season. Seattle Kraken just don't really score a whole lot. They don't.
No,
really
I looked. They're tied with the Flames as the lowest scoring team in the NHL today.
Boring.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I've been thinking about it. Like, it's a new team. It's an expansion team. They're going to be compared to Vegas because they had the same expansion draft rules. They were in close succession in terms of entering the league. Think about how many jerseys you'd want to own from that inaugural Golden Knights team. Like, oh man, you got like Fleury. It was obviously like you had the Wild Bill,
Jimbo Neal,
William Karlsson exploded that year. You had Englund,
Marchessault, and Smith.
Riley Smith. Like, man, that was a fun team to watch. And then I think of Seattle, and I'm like, I guess Matty Beniers is a good young player, but if he's your best player,
I have a Mark Giordano Seattle Kraken jersey.
That's a horrible jersey.
I got it for I got it for $40.
You are an absolute cheapskate, aren't you?
It was on sale.
Well, obviously it was. Nobody wants a Geo Seattle jersey.
Why not? It's funny.
Do you wonder why things are on sale sometimes?
Piece of history.
You're like, check it out. It's this poo-scented soap.
They named him captain.
Yeah, no one would
They named
buy
him
it.
captain, and they traded him 6 months later. Kraken. But like
Geo
legit.
Kraken jersey. You should get swung on if you wear that. Jeez.
But like legit, this Seattle team is just horrendous.
Let's go to the chat. Mike, would you pay full price for anything?
Why would you pay full price for anything?
That's one of your boys.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I have some
deals.
I have some truly egregious Flames jerseys.
You got like a Darren McCarty? Give me your worst.
I have a Juuso Välimäki Flames Blasty jersey.
See, that's not that bad because he actually was an incredibly highly touted prospect who looked very good until his knee was ruined.
I've got worse.
That's like having a Sven Berchi jersey. Great prospect, didn't work. That happens.
I've got a spreadsheet with my Flames jerseys.
Oh,
let's see if I can pull it up. Here we go. Let's just list off some. I've got an Oliver Shillington jersey.
That's not bad.
It's
There's
not
some
terrible.
feel good elements.
Okay, here's one. Here's one that I got for real cheap. Nicholas Hagman.
That's an awful jersey.
I got that.
So bad.
I got that for real cheap. Josh.
My lip. I was laughing. So hard.
Josh Juras.
God damn it.
I got a Josh Juras.
Yeah, he was a hard throw for a minute.
I got a Chris Versteeg back in the day.
Don't mind that. He was helpful in the power play. Rarer, more obscure.
Here's
discount.
Here's one. Back in the day when I was 14, I had my desire to be different. Real desire to be different. I had a David Jones. Okay. With the script third.
No, the Walmart pajamas. That's the worst jersey they've ever worn.
The script third. And I will cap it off with a jersey that I did not buy. But I wanted to.
Just light on cash.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was super duper tempted last year. I don't have any game worn Flames jerseys. I do have one of the Atlanta Flames ones that they did that one year. But I really wanted to buy a Joel Hanley.
He looks at me waiting for approval.
I really wanted it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, we got this guy off waivers.
Yeah.
Give me the jersey.
Yeah. Not great.
Let's go to the chat.
I have a Tanner Glass Penguins jersey too.
That's pretty.
I should have started off with
Jack
that.
would like that one.
Yeah. It's signed.
Game worn Eddie Beers. That's elite. Anytime you can get beers on the back of your jersey, that's great. Kelly Yarncroc Flames.
Kelly Yarncroc Flames is an all-time duster Flames jersey. Just ugly stuff.
And they brought him in from Seattle and paid too much for him and played him at center, and he's just like an effective winger and just mess.
Here's
they needed one more center that year.
I bought a James Neal Flames jersey on clearance right after he was traded.
Jimmy, the gun.
Sport Check was clearing him out for $39.99. The summer they traded him, and I got it and I recrested it as a staging jersey.
Shoot.
That was a good choice.
That's a nice recovery.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Well, that's your road ahead or something for our good friends at Platinum Mitsubishi. Go check them out. 2720 Barlow Trail in the Northeast. There might even be a huge nerd that collects abstract Flames jerseys that could sell you a vehicle.
Yeah, with a framed Yegor Sharangovich jersey.
Framed, did you say?
I did say framed.
How did we go this long without you mentioning the framed Yegor Sharangovich jersey?
So up at Platinum Mitsubishi, there's a fella named Kenton, and likes to go to charity auctions.
Can we go full on Mike? No, we can't.
Likes to go to charity auctions, And earlier this year, he went out and he bought 3 signed jerseys to put in frames around the showroom.
Now, is this guy a big Flames guy, medium size?
Huge. He was at the game tonight.
Huge game.
He'll be watching the show.
So he knew all about what Sharangovich was and wasn't when he got this jersey.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So he goes out. He gets the Kadri. He gets an Nazem Kadri signed jersey. Gets a Igor Sharangovich signed Flames jersey.
Okay.
Gets an Ilya Solovyov signed Flames jersey. An Ilya Solovyov 98, and it's hanging in the corner.
How many games played in his career? 6.
I think he's played 10 with Colorado this year.
No, I mean like as a Flame.
Oh,
he's got a Flames jersey.
4, I want to say.
That's
4.
That's got to be, of all the ones we heard,
the
fewest
worst
games played.
Yeah. Well, actually, I have a Matty Phillips Calgary Wranglers jersey, but
that's fine. He was a great Wrangler.
He was a great Wrangler.
Yeah,
actually,
that would be like if
jersey.
you had a Brennan Evans Flames jersey.
That
like,
would
I think
be.
he had 1 career game.
Or a Tommy Mackey. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. This is great. This is way better content than talking about the game.
Well, yeah, and so down to 31st they go. Thank you, Platinum Mitsubishi. Appreciate you, and also for employing Mike, I suppose.
Wait, that's is that true?
What?
I don't know. We'll keep going.
That you're employed there?
Is it true?
Are you employed there?
Yeah, probably.
I hope so.
That's right.
He's in there walking around drinking the coffee. Better be on payroll.
You shouldn't tell them that. It's hot chocolate.
Ixnay on the offie cape.
That's right.
Also want to give a big shout out to our pals at the Unicorn. 2
Great
locations
spot.
in town. One, Stephen Avenue. The other one's in Mission. I Unicorn because he's in the hood. Walking distance from the Dome. It is one of very few Molson Canadian designated Flames places in town. And they'll come in and sneak up on you and give you tickets now and then. So if you're at the Unicorn, that can happen. If you're somewhere else, I'm sorry. Very sorry that's not happening. They got lots going on. Calgary Super Pub on 8th Ave. It's 3 floors, 3 bars, all at one destination. And the Unicorn in Mission. Daily specials, happy hours, brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Great parts of town. Great places to have a pint. And $7 game day pints of Molson Canadian. There you go.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, if you go to the Unicorn, if you go to a Flames game, they do giveaways, right? But the odds of you getting that giveaway,
it's like one
in 19,000. This year, maybe 1 in 16,000, but most years 1 in 19,000. If you go to a Flames game,
and this has actually been pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been okay.
17 plus for the second worst team in the league.
True. But okay, so they might give away, maybe let's say 50 things.
Let's say 100 because it's an easy round.
Sure. So let's say the odds, not great, 1%, 2%, 3% maybe. Go to the Unicorn.
Oh, way better odds.
What? You can
charging less for beer.
And then that's right. A lot less. And if you start there, maybe you get the giveaway there, and you go to the Dome, and you get the giveaway there too.
That's the double up.
That's the double up.
Really
That's right.
Is. Yeah.
That's right.
That's almost as good as winning back-to-back draft lotteries.
Oh,
double up too.
What about 4 and 7 years?
That's a fair amount. We'll get to that in a moment. We do have our bet for Bet365 later on in the program. Other Flames thoughts. They go 3-1 on this homestand. They finished that difficult road trip with a nice mark of 2-2-1. Anytime you can go 500 through Tampa, Carolina, and Florida, you'll take it. It's a really nice stretch of play. They're now 7-3-1 in their last 11, and yet second last in the NHL.
Well, here's something that I think about a little bit, because a lot has been made of Rasmus Andersson.
Yeah.
And with everything coming out recently in Vancouver
with Quinn
Hughes, I wonder how this complicates the market. I wonder if there's a holdup with that situation being in play, and with the Calgary situation also being in play. I wonder if there's any ramifications from that now being so much out in the public.
It's an interesting question. I'll spin you my theory.
Let's hear it.
I think the Quinn thing is a different kind of commitment. It's not a rental defender. And maybe you're keen on extending Rasmus, and so it might feel a little bit more like not a rental, or less of a rental. Okay, fair.
I think there's always.
But is it the same market? Like, it feels like Quinn's. It's going to be a small list, but maybe it isn't. I mean, I don't believe he has much trade protection, if any, at all at this point. Can you check?
Sure. I mean,
because the thought is, okay, like Jersey's got the brothers, he's going to end up there. But yeah, like if you're Vancouver, you can sell 2 playoff runs with Quinn and trade him anywhere. Once we look into the trade,
I think, Quinn's raw.
So he's too young to get the no move stuff,
unprotected,
and so you could literally trade him anywhere. But the haul would be, you'd hope, if you're a Canucks fan, like incredibly costly. You're bringing in one of the best 3 defensemen on the planet when he's right, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's Makar, it's him, and Werenski. Who else is in that group?
It's those 3.
Yeah,
Miro. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's a small group. I get it. I just am curious. I am curious to see. I'm not even equating the 2 of them directly. I'm just curious to see.
Quinn's a left shot. Right?
They are. Yeah, he's a left shot. I'm just curious to see how that presence in the trade market affects the trade market around.
Yeah, and it might be one of those things where waiting. We like Rasmus. We've agreed on a deal. We have to strike out on Quinn Hughes first.
Well, and also just how it will affect the assets that are available around the league. Because when a player like Quinn Hughes is available, other teams start to loosen their purse strings.
Sure. Yeah. Like we're not going to give up this A prospect. Quinn Hughes. Oh yeah. We'll give you our best prospect.
And if it compels teams to be a little bit more loose with their pieces.
Yeah. I've never thought about it that way.
That to me, because I here's how I think about it. Mikko Rantanen going from the Colorado Avalanche to the Carolina Hurricanes set off a chain reaction of things that ended with the Dallas Stars trading Logan Stankoven
and 2 firsts,
which 3-4 months prior they would have never done. Right? They would not have considered doing that.
You wouldn't have thought those things would ever be on the table, but then when Mikko Rantanen moves and becomes available again, you're like, well, shit. Like,
yeah, it opens up the market in ways that, the prospect of Quinn Hughes being traded. To me, again, it's not a gimme that he stays wherever he goes. And also, it opens up the Vancouver becoming an active player for certain things that causes a chain reaction. I think it's very interesting, and I think it bodes well for the Flames doing well in their trades.
Someone is looking for clarification on Rasmus.
6-team no trade for Rasmus.
6-team no trade.
But he's sort of hijacking that.
Let's just say Edmonton, Winnipeg, Buffalo, and then it sounded like maybe Columbus was on there. People think LA are on there. I think that's total hogwash. He just didn't want to extend there. That's a different conversation. So if teams are contingent upon an extension, it becomes a no trade clause.
But
in the sense that he'll tell you where he wants to go. If you're ready to trade him as a rental, you can trade him to, well, you're not going to trade him to Calgary because he's already here, minus the 6 teams. Like it's 25 teams you can move him to.
Isn't it interesting that with Quinn Hughes being traded possibly a year ahead of time, that's not an equation? Not really in the equation as much.
Oh, I think absolutely. If the Canucks haven't learned a lesson from what the Flames did with Rasmus, like I think you get way more for Quinn Hughes now, taking him to market and having potentially dozen plus teams bidding on him versus, well, he is a free agent in a year. What's the extension look like? Is he willing to extend here? Then all that leverage swings back to the player and the agent who can stick handle the thing. We saw a bit of that with Noah Hannafin in his last year here.
That's right.
I think if you want max return, you're the Vancouver Canucks, you got to move Quinn Hughes
now
before this year's deadline.
Don't disagree at all.
And even if you go to the draft, it's like, well, you can sign an extension in a week. I want to know if that's happening or not. Like, I think Quinn Hughes, if the Vancouver Canucks are smart, which I don't know, sometimes I feel they are. A lot of times I feel like they try to be, but the owner gets in the way. The smart asset management thing to do is absolutely market Quinn Hughes before March 2nd or 6th or whatever the date is.
You gotta. You're getting razzed in the chat for wearing Oilers colors tonight.
I'm a big guy. I'm going up there tomorrow. I love the Oilers.
Look at you go. Oh,
anytime a team can fumble a dynasty, I'm in to watch every waking moment.
Oh, they're one for the ages.
Yeah. Is he the best player in ever win a cup already?
All right, we're going there.
No, I just thought, want to talk Oilers.
Sure. I mean,
who's better?
Nobody.
Yeah, so he's the best player.
Yeah, nobody. If
good work, everyone. Extensions for everyone. Thank you.
If you're going to say Marcel Dion, you're just pulling on somebody's tail.
Pierre Turgeon?
No. Come on.
Iggy was quite good. He won 0
hearts. Did Pierre Turgeon not win a cup with Montreal?
He did win a cup.
I think he probably did.
Where did I write down this trade deadline date? This is driving me nuts. That's why I got notebook people, so that I can have information that I can't find when I want it.
Oh, yeah,
March 6th, trade deadline.
He didn't win the cup. You're right.
Yeah, he's very much mentioned as one of those guys. It's like the Dan Marino of hockey. Some big years, but didn't win the ultimate prize.
Meet Ace Ventura.
Finkel and Einhorn and Finkel. Lindros with no cup. Yeah, Lindros's career longevity does not put him there. Lindros got in the Hall because he was from Ontario and played for the Leafs and was very dominant for a short amount of time, kind of like Cam Neely's story, not the same as Pierre.
Wow. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
There
no fights there. Okay. Let's talk Lanny. And you've got a little tie-in here.
You want a cup?
Lanny did what you're supposed to do.
Right at the end.
Go out on top. Don't milk it. leave on a high note, tell your best joke, and walk out of the room.
That's right.
Have everyone remember you at the peak of Everest. That's what Lanny McDonald did. We've seen him make incredible comebacks on the ice, but his greatest one didn't happen in the arena. It happened at the Calgary airport after going into a cardiac arrest. It was the incredible cardiac team at Foothills Medical Center that saved his life. Now Lanny is using that second chance to give back, helping the Calgary Health Foundation raise funds to upgrade our cities. You have to read this word.
Say it. Cardiac catheterization labs.
That's right, Mike. These upgrades mean faster diagnoses,
That's right.
safer procedures, and more lives saved right here at home. You can see Lanny share his emotional story on the Calgary Health Foundation's website. And until December 31st, Michael, your donation will be matched. Head to givehealth.ca to learn more. Now, you are giving, and it will be doubled until December 30th. How are we deciding what you're donating?
Well,
what have you pledged?
I think alongside Kent Wilson, I made games ago for $25 for each point amassed by the tandem of Connor Zary and Yegor Sharangovich.
The Popcorn Pals.
That's right.
Healthy in October.
Yeah, you want to get them going, and until the end of the calendar year to match the.
So your running total personally is
150.
And that means the Calgary Health Foundation will have that doubled to $300.
Early on, I pledged to set a minimum of 100 because we weren't sure.
Not a problem.
We weren't sure.
You've cleared the total.
We weren't sure if, but Yegor did 75 all by himself in the last game, so not too shabby. He was involved in a certain respect in all three Flames goals tonight to an extent, but didn't get any points. So nothing from our buddy Yeeks tonight, but or from Zary for that matter. But the total will continue to go up, I'm sure, now until the end of December.
Good on you. And again, the website,
givehealth.ca.
Thank you.
That's right.
Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Anytime.
Thank you, Michael.
I think Kent needs to expand the scope of his own pledge. He pledged $20 for every Ryan Lombard point until the end of December.
What's he at?
I think he's at 0.
Can't.
So
did he set a minimum like you?
I don't recall. He might need to get in on there. Maybe get some bottles of wine.
Get some of that RV money going, Kent.
That's right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Put a hundo down for the Calgary Health Foundation.
Or
get Lombard going.
We'll figure it out. Lombard, hey.
If we're measuring Lombard by points, I think we're missing the point.
Something like that. Yeah, punches. He got a few in on Liam O'Brien the other night. Maybe we just
How many fights do you watch with Lombard where you're like, he's got to be giving up 4 to 6 inches?
Not the one against Liam O'Brien, who is basically Lombard but worse. But most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Is Liam not quite a bit significantly bigger?
Liam O'Brien is itty bitty.
Pull up his measurements.
Sure. He was a yote. I watched.
No, I know. I just remember. I thought if I had to peg him, I thought he'd be like 215, 6'2" or something.
I think he's like 5'11".
You didn't like that result? You just had it.
Yeah, because it showed that I was wrong. He's 6'1", 215. I don't know. It's just the beard, I guess. The beard makes him look tough.
About? Ryan Lombard's not 6'1", 215.
He's 5'9". Yeah, whatever.
Yotes boy, wrong again.
Again? Asshole. Sorry, Mom.
Let's get to the super chat, shall we? We do it for our great friends at the Youth Centers of Calgary. I didn't mean to rattle you there. I'm just poking fun.
I know.
If anyone knows Liam O'Brien's measurements, it would be you.
He's a Maritimer. I should have known.
Yes. You probably know what high school he went to and who he cheated on his math tests off of.
I got into an argument once at an arena with a prominent NHL person over Liam O'Brien.
How'd that go for you?
It was embarrassing for me.
Let's hear more.
No.
So this prominent NHL person was like, Liam O'Brien.
I was speaking with this person about a couple of penalties that I thought were questionable that he had taken. He was not a fan of my line of questioning.
Okay.
It ended with an accusation that I do not ever say anything positive.
Oh, you're being negative.
I was being a little negative.
Come on, Mike.
I know. I gotta work on it.
Well, Boomer can't be here. We need someone to carry the load.
That's right. That's right. I'm just an absolute grump.
Let's get to the super chats. Do we have super chats?
I don't know.
Jack?
I think people have been a little slack tonight.
Super chats.
What is going on?
People.
What is going on?
People. We're at 46 minutes. It's Golden Pinder.
I've got something for the chat that will get the super chats rolling in. Jack, we'll get it ready. I teased this earlier on in the show that once upon a time I purchased a James Neal jersey and I got it stripped to put Matt Stajan's name on the back. But I made a mistake. instead of taking it to a reputable place first, I took it to a less reputable place, and I paid them $20 to take the name bar off, and they did this. Oh, it looks horrible. The letters, they're all just sort of haphazardly
dancing there, aren't they?
They look horrible.
It's like when you put your finger on the icon and it jiggles, you can move it around your screen.
Yeah, it was not.
Oh,
I paid $15 for that.
Like, all your money's worth.
I've still got the nameplate somewhere.
Think about how much money you saved, though, Mike.
I know. I had them take it off and try it.
That is a feel-good jersey. Matt Stajan was a good Calgary Flame who scored an incredible playoff goal and who is a Calgarian of prominence because he's a great man in the community.
He deserves better than that.
And everyone felt a close bond with him after the tragedy that he and his wife went through. And you had to do him dirty with that name.
I didn't do it. I just paid somebody. I mistakenly had the idea that they would know, the proper what's the word? The spacing? No, there's a kerning. That's the spacing of letters, the kerning of an NHL nameplate, but evidently not.
Mike has probably set the super chats alive. So Jack,
get him in there.
Unleash the super chats.
Nothing, boys.
What?
Nothing. Mike, you're as bad with money as I am, bud.
What did I do with money?
He's differently bad.
Differently bad, yes.
You're too loose on dumb shit, and he's way too tight and gets stuff that sucks.
I'm bad at eliciting
You're both
money.
awful with money, but in different ways.
Are you suggesting that I'm bad at eliciting money?
So Jack will be like, hey.
Here we go.
Just hang on.
Okay.
I see it. Jack's like, oh, yeah. It's Crowchild Classic. I just heard about it today. It's like tonight. I went on Kijiji, got a couple tickets for $100. You're like, those are like $10.
$100. You probably could have gotten media
Mike
passes.
will be like, oh my God, $4.99 for a real jersey and NHL worn. Like, I can't do that. But look, here's a Flame for 18 shifts. I can get this one for $12.
That's right.
And then you own a jersey that sucks.
I knew somebody once who owned a Chris Kalanos Flames jersey.
I know Chris Kalanos quite well.
Good man. Yeah, he's a good man.
Interesting cat, Special K.
Yeah, there you go.
Incredibly talented shooter of the puck.
That's right.
Like, toyed with netminders. He was an Abbotsford the year I was there.
Yeah.
That was, but I actually was in grade school with him. It's 7 to 9, I want to say.
Yeah. He's a good
Boston College.
Good fella.
First rounder, drafted in Calgary, 99.
Drafted by Phoenix in Calgary. That's
right. Drafted here. Cron at 8, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
And then it's Heatley at 2. Should have gone 1, I think.
Here's a piece of trivia.
Luongo went, no, it was Luongo. It was DiPietro went 1 to the Islanders.
Speaking of Chris Kalanos and speaking of the Calgary Flames, speaking of the draft, this is actually something relevant.
Is it?
It is actually. The Calgary Flames, that same year that Chris Kalanos was drafted in Calgary,
Cron.
They got Brent Cron. That's right.
20 minutes in the league.
That's right.
None with Calgary.
The Calgary Flames at the NHL draft have traded up in the first round once, ever.
Yeah.
And they have traded down in the first round 8 times.
Yes.
And the one time they traded up,
I remember.
Trevor Kidd.
And which spot did they trade out of?
Martin Brodeur.
They moved up to get Kidd, the pick they traded to move up in the draft. Ended up being arguably the greatest, or certainly a top 3 netminder of all time in the history of the sport.
And that's the one time out of 9 times. 9 times. 9 times? Yeah. 9 times. The one time out of those 9 times that they've ever traded up in the draft, the other 8 times they have traded down. And that is not counting Connor Zary twice. That's counting it just once.
They shuffled back twice.
That's right.
That was the crotch draft.
That's right.
Everyone was sitting and the cameras were all square.
That's right.
Everyone stood up and hugged, and you said, like,
however,
just people's crotches.
They did try to package all their picks to get Nathan McKinnon. Didn't work. Remember that? 6, 22, 28, and I think every pick after that.
The Monahan year.
Yeah, didn't get it. Too bad. So, what could have been?
I had not heard that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a real thing. Yeah,
is it a real rumor or is it a real fact?
It was a real rumor. I don't know if it's. It was out there.
It's a real thing. No, people can say, "Oh,
it's a real thing."
That guy that collects all the bad Flames jerseys said they tried to trade 10 picks for McKinnon.
It's true. It's
true that was a rumor.
It's true that somebody said that.
Oh my God. Got Eklund on the show tonight. E5.
Oh man, there was an all-time Eklund tweet recently. We're not going to put it up, but it was just so good. Go to his Twitter.
Let us get to the super chats for
That's
the
right.
Centers of Calgary. Don't give us your money. We'll just buy bad Flames jerseys or overpriced Crowchild Classic tickets. We'll give it to the Youth Centers of Calgary instead. Here's Cheeks McGee.
Hello.
$4.99. Hunt looks solid. Loves his game today. Good
talking about Dryden.
Didn't see Dryden out there. That's interesting. Unfortunate start, but my glorious King Bison scored.
That's right.
Hey, Coronado, nice shot there.
That I don't know. I don't know why that nickname stuck. I get it. It's the Chicago Steel guy who had all those nicknames for players. This is a true fact. This is an 100% true fact. That team with Matt Coronado,
not a 50%,
not a 50%. The Jay Feaster rumored to be spotted offering somebody something fact. No, Matt Coronado was playing on that Chicago Steel team, which is a really good team. Had like 5 or 6 legit prospects on it. Mackie Samoskevich, Adam Fantilli. Josh Doan was on that team.
Really?
Very good player. Buffalo Sabres.
2 last night in Edmonton.
Yeah, and his nickname by that same announcer was Premium Diesel. So that nickname didn't really stick. So why did the Bison nickname stick?
Because it's better than Premium Diesel.
I don't think it's very good. I think
Premium Diesels doesn't make any sense.
It was bad. It was real bad.
Does Diesel come in Premium? Even?
I don't really think so. I think there's typically one grade. I think it's just Diesel.
That's an idiotic nickname.
It's really bad.
Come on, guy in Chicago Steel making up nicknames. Guy, be better.
It's not good.
Thanks for the super chat there, Mr. Cheeks, or whatever your name was. That's great.
We got one super chat off the Matt Stajan jersey.
Was that off the Matt Stajan?
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely led to a comment about Hunt who didn't play.
I think it was
Coronado scoring. Yeah, that definitely was the Stajan jersey. You're right.
Hunter Brustevich.
Oh, okay. Well, throw it back up then.
I think that's what it was really getting to.
Yeah, Hunt. Okay, so nickname Hunt looks solid. Loved his game. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. And it is a solid tank game. We didn't mention that.
It is ethical, very ethical.
They didn't quit. They worked hard, and the better team won. And the Flames did not pick up any points, and they dropped a position in the standings, which means dropped a position higher in the draft lottery.
And hey, the Seattle Kraken, they're still tied in their game with the LA Kings. So
make it a 3-pointer.
Absolutely. Cool. Lots happening at the bottom of this night. The Flames are very much not out of the woods. They've gone on this winning streak, but they had banked up more games played than anybody before they went on it, and they're still there. They're at 32 games played. Nashville has 29. Seattle's got 27.
Tell me we got like Seattle and Nashville and Vancouver just playing like 8 in a row against each other.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Statistically impossible, but that'd be
not if you put it that way.
Jack, have we done everything we need to do here on this fine?
I think we got a bet still to do.
Yes, tell us about the bets.
Let's go to Bet365 because we mentioned, Oilers colors.
We did.
I mean, I am just head over heels thrilled to be heading up to the cultural capital. Got a ticket to the Hippo Tank. Gonna watch this winged wheel.
Something like that, yeah.
The Detroit Red Wings take on the Edmonton Oilers. They fell to Buffalo last night, but in dramatic fashion, not unlike the Flames tonight, a furious rally late. They would lose in overtime and get a point. The Wings, this is as close to a scheduled loss as you'll see. I believe it is not only their 3rd game in 4 nights, but their 4th in 6, and it's game 5 of a 6-game road trip. Kudos to the Wings if they can pull it off. And to be fair, Buffalo was on the second half of a back-to-back as well. And this is funny because the fans of the Flames, when this happens, the Oilers always get the teams on the second half of a back-to-back. And then in February, a team will go to Edmonton and play Calgary in the second half, do it again. The Oilers fans go, no, it's always the Flames that get the second half of the back-to-back. It generally evens out, just for the record, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like balanced.
The old Boyd Devereaux Bowl tonight or tomorrow.
There you go.
There you go. Oilers and
we played that game this morning. We had the
Puck Doku,
Travis Hamonic Bowl.
Yeah.
Yuri Hoodler Bowl was a good one from Jack. Excellent poll. Some of the Steve Chason Bowl.
Yeah. Detroit Edmonton gets you Alex Chason.
Oh wow, Alex Chason Bowl.
Yeah. Alex was there for like 10 games, but it still counts.
Chason.
That will never stop being funny. The one year that they all decided to call him Chason.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that first game that they played up in Edmonton and they lost 7-3, and Jim Hughes just made such an effort to just pronounce it as accurately as possible. And
he's a professional.
He is. He's just Chason. And then after 10 games, it went back to.
I'll just go by Chase.
Yeah, don't make a big deal out of it.
It was Jakob Markstrom, like his whole career. And then finally in Vancouver one day, he's like, you just call me Jacob.
Hey, that trade's looking pretty good for the Flames.
It is. I was talking about it the other day because when Connie hadn't got his deal, we did the whole okay, well, let's audit some of these deals, maybe give them some grades. Like, I don't think he got enough for Tanev. I also think they were worried about him going down the tunnel and not coming back because he'd been going down at like every third game. It felt like they wanted a first, they didn't get it. They settled for a second and a bad prospect. Grushnikov's never going to play. Like, no.
Hey, they got 65 NHL games out of Danil Miramanov. They got 0 out of Artem Grushnikov.
Neither advisable moves in hindsight, but at least with Miramanov, let's take a swing and see what you have.
Yes.
Take a swing and see what you have.
Good in the AHL. Really good in the AHL.
Yeah, totally. But that's not what you made the deal for.
That's right.
The Hanifin one is you got to wait a long time to find out, but it all depends on the Vegas first rounder this year and what that turns into. Miramanov was not a central figure in that deal. He was the add-on to an unprotected first rounder, which is a very valuable commodity in the NHL. We'll see. We have to wait. The Lindholm deal is an absolute heist. It's Matvei Gridin. It's obviously Hunter Bristevich, who played tonight.
Home run.
They also had another pick late that they upgraded or moved to slide around, I think. It was a 4th rounder that could have been upgraded to a 3rd if they advanced a little further. And then they also, of course, got Kuzmenko, who they've turned into Frost Farabee while throwing Pelche in a second in. So
that's right.
At the end of the day, that's a huge win. But the Markstrom deal is a very, very good one. Kevin Ball is absolutely their best left shot defenseman at the moment. That's probably more of a statement about the Flames than him, but he's been good. And the first rounder is Cole Reshny.
Well, and
that's a really good player, a good prospect at this point.
There was so much strange fixation at the time over the number 10 pick that New Jersey had, and why the Flames were unable to get it when. In the history or the recent history of the league, there has never been a mid-30s goaltender traded for anything resembling the 10th overall pick in terms of value.
Yeah.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Well, I mean, Corey Schneider went for
he was 27 years old. 27 years old and viewed as the Devils' prospective goaltender of the future. It's not even a comparison. When the Flames got Mike Smith, who you look at in his previous years in Phoenix, almost identical numbers to Jacob Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom had 1 year in Calgary over a .910 save percentage.
Was not as good as you'd hope.
He was below 800, or he was below 900 as often as he was above 905 in Calgary. And they got the 18th overall pick in Kevin Ball. And the prognosticators at the time were questioning why Calgary couldn't get Alexander Holtz.
Yeah. Who at the time was a sexy prospect.
He was a worse version of Igor. But
turns out at the time he was not valued as such.
No, but it never, ever made sense because the goaltenders who have been traded for first-round picks, it's been the likes of Darcy Kemper, and that got them the 32nd overall pick. That got Phoenix the 32nd overall pick when they traded him to Colorado. And it was Ryan Miller being traded with Steve Ott to get a late first-round pick. It never made sense to me. The Flames made out like bandits. It's Conroy's. To me, as far as the difference in raw value, I get why Elias Lindholm was highly coveted as a center, as a pending UFA. To me, that is the biggest disparity between value on either side of any deal that Conroy has made.
You're saying that Lindholm wanted more value than Markstrom?
I think the Markstrom deal, in terms of the disparity in value on the two sides, I think the Flames made out better. Yeah,
and look, you didn't know what Wolf was. It looks even smarter when Wolf outplays him immediately.
Markstrom, 880 save percentage this year, 8-6-1.
Okay, that's some nerd talk for you, and it got us to an hour. Thanks for joining us on Afterburner tonight. Calgary Flames, a great night, a glorious night for the Rebiggle. They fall down to 31st. They work hard. You get some goals. You get a penalty shot. Now, Kadri posts another couple of points. Rasmus Andersson made some strong plays, gets a helper. Trade value's up. Draft position also improving. Gotta like that. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow on the main show. See you, buddies.